We, all of us, inherit genetic materials from our parents. But what if I tell you, we also acquire traits based on our parents' environmental exposure, and the messenger of this event is beyond genetics, or we call it epigenetics. It can pass from cell to cell and generation to generation. Now we have many specialized cells in our body. Somatic cells are like brain cell and blood cell. Gametes are sperm and egg in a single person. Somatic cell and gametes share the same genetic content. So how could they be different cell types then? The answer is epigenetics, which only allowed certain genes to express based on the cell types. Another interesting thing about epigenetics is that it can change in response to environment. During fertilization, environmental-induced epigenetic change in gametes like sperm will be delivered to the next generation. That's the parent's experience can be passed on to the next generation too. As one example, during World War II, a large population of Dutch people was starved, and many descendants of survivors suffered more from diabetes. In another animal study, when male mice were given high-fat diet, the female offspring gained more weight than mice from skinny parents, even though they all share the similar-sized mother. Examples like this suggest that epigenetics mediated the inheritance of environmental change in the offspring. In our lab, we think about specific epigenetic marker, small RNA molecule, which is super sensitive to environment. And we want to know if diet could potentially have impact on it. So how do we do it? We give control, low protein, and high-fat diet to sibling male mice for up to 6 months. And we screen for changes in small RNA in somatic cell from liver, heart, and reproductive tissue, and we will also look at the sperm. Turns out, we identify change in small RNA in somatic cell, which known to regulate nutrient-related gene. And we also identify small RNA change in the sperm, which could potentially regulate early embryo development. Now, all of this was done in mice, but small RNA change in human sperm in response to various conditions have already been reported. And in many human diseases closely linked to stress, diet, environmental exposure like that, so mechanistic research like ours and many others would help us understand the consequences of small RNA change, especially epigenetic change, and how that would impact the next generation. While I'm doing this research, I'm always amazed by how much biological system could be affected by environment in a way that we are not aware of. It always reminds me we have a lot to learn what makes us who we are. Thank you.